if you're worried about him being able to continue that life he had with you, he won't be able to do that, sweetheart. Because he fed a story to so many for so long, and he showed you off and made you seem like this amazing partner and this amazing valued thing to his relationship, that he took you around all those important people. And none of those people dislike you. None of those people dislike you. And all those important people, he will never tell them the truth about what happened with you, because he knows they like you. And he knows he could not explain away why it is that he left you, or why it is that he did what he did. And if he started talking about it, he knows that he would have to start fabricating and lying to these very important people with a lot of money, right? So that is why they have to start a whole new life, new people, new just everything. Unless it's a part of like the enablers circle, all those important contacts, okay? He cannot, under any circumstance, say anything, because there's a good chance that they're going to know he was the issue. They're going to know he's the problem, and they're going to see right through him, because the only reason those people even had anything to do with him is because of you, sweetheart. You were the face of what made him look good. You were the voice of what made him amazing. You spruced him up to be what everybody wanted him to be. And now he doesn't have you to do that. So he has to go find new people, new supplies, and new everything so he can fit this new story into what works for him, right? He needs his new side chick to be able to fit into his story. And he can't really use that story with all the old important people because they won't believe him, and he knows it. So he's going to go after a whole new supply of people. There's a good chance he might even go into a whole new town or state because he can't play it off anymore. And when he does the things that the ex said he was going to do, it'll make him look bad. Okay? So just know the narcissist has to start a whole new line of everything that was good that could have actually helped him in his life, because he cannot go back to the other stuff that was actually going to help him out, because those actual important people will see right through him. And we have the internet now. So I'm sure that if he starts talking, all of his people that don't know will start looking up social media, TikTok, and curiosity will just kill the cat with that one, okay? And they'll want to know. They'll want to know the truth, because they won't understand that this man who never said one bad thing about this woman, his ex, because he didn't have anything to say, now all of a sudden he has a new chick and a new storyline, and all of it either consists of new bullshit or shit that he makes up to make himself look like a victim. And the majority of the people will see right through that. So if you think, sweetheart, he's going to be able to continue the life that you had together, he's not. If you think that he's going to prosper from the life that you sat there and helped him obtain and maintain, he's not. Okay? Because the problem with narcissists is that the victim does so much work, right? They do so much work and they put so much in that the reality is that the only reason the narcissist's life ran so well is because of the victim. Because the victim had to maintain the storyline to be perfect. The victim had to make sure everything went according to plan. The victim had to make sure the family didn't look bad. The victim had to make sure to cover up the bruises and the scars before they went out so that he didn't look bad. The victim had to come up with the stories, or not come up with stories. The victims make the stories sound fun and not bad, and they don't add the abuse, right? So they tell the truth and they tell the stories. They just don't add the bad parts, right? So the victim spent so long maintaining the life for the narcissist, like so much, right? They didn't even have to lift a finger. They didn't have to get up off the couch. They didn't even have to ask. They just their stuff was brought to them. Everything was easy for them. You would think it's going to be easy for them to do that again? That's not easy. You can't make that happen again. You just can't. Okay? The relationship that you had and the person that maintained that relationship for that narcissist is no longer there. And everybody they bring in will never be able to do what the victim did. Okay? Because the victim was trained to be basically a perfect slave. A victim with a narcissist is a perfect slave. Okay? And it's crazy that nobody thinks that concept is still real because they abolished it. Okay? We might not be buying slaves, but narcissists have created a whole fucking demographic of slaves. It's the fucking housewife. It's the stay-at-home mom. It's the woman that was with him for so many years and then all of a sudden got trashed and treated like crap. You know? It's the new slavery. And I think that we should definitely start calling it that. That narcissists have slaves. That they can do whatever they want to. They can beat them, harm them, mentally abuse them. They can do whatever they want. Because the victim is the slave. 2025, the new slavery is victims of narcissists. Okay? But he can't repeat the life that you gave him, sweetheart. He can't do it again. And the new supply can't do it either because he went to a woman that is allowed to be a side chick and act like a side chick and have that attitude about her and be mouthy and be able to talk shit and everything, right? That only is okay if you're the side chick, right? So that side chick is not going to be able to do what you do, especially since she doesn't know you. She has no idea the amount of work and effort and all the little tiny things that you did for him that he was fucking obsessed with, okay? She can't do it. He won't ever tell her what she did for him, so she'll never be able to replicate it. The only thing that he'll be able to do is trash her. And, well, she was such a bitch. Well, she did this. Well, she made me so miserable. She just didn't do it for me, right? That's the only shit he can tell you. But he will never be able to tell you what she did for him. And that means the side chick can never replicate and never recreate the life that you gave that man. And you gave that man that life, okay? He was a fucking king. He sat on his throne and didn't have to lift a finger, sweetheart. He can't do that with... It just doesn't happen. So for any of you out there worried about, the trauma bond in your brain going, oh my God, he's going to get so much better for the next one and he's going to be this and that. No, he's not, sweetheart. He's going to play it off as long as he needs to. And then eventually it's going to end and he's going to get so fucking angry because he has to deal with somebody who does not do what they're told. He's going to have to deal with somebody that he looks down upon. He's going to have to look at somebody that he knows he can't really talk about how he got with her or how they started the relationship. Or if he does, he has to become a straight liar. So she made him have to be exactly what he didn't want to be when before the ex, he could just be who he was. And it was no issue, right? It's not going to get better for them. It never gets better for him because he can never recreate the woman that he had before the side chick. He can't.